Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. The Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program is a 30-minute radio intervention support program that is meant to provide continuous instruction to keep you academically engaged during this stay-at-home period, as well as preparing you, our 6th, 9th, and 12th graders for the pending Liberia Primary School Certificate Exam, Liberia Junior High School Certificate Exam, and West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Exam when the time comes. Also, in addition to this academic support, the program is meant to provide psychosocial support for learners, teachers, and parents, and also tips on how you as parents and teachers can provide support to your students and children at home. Now, let's join our teacher for today's lesson.
Hello students, we are teachers Che Kriboti K. Solomon
and Mr. Aaron T. Bala
of Rising Academies. This is the Rising Youth Movement Partnership for the Ministry of Education COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. Lesson number 19. Our lesson today is Language Arts Reading for students of grade 3 to 4. And the topic is Practice Speaking. For today's lesson, we will be able to blend sounds to read and write words. Identify the part of speech of a word. While we listen to these COVID-19 health tips, please take out your pencil, pen, and copybook and get ready for today's lesson. Again, welcome. Let's learn.
What are the symptoms of COVID-19? COVID-19 symptoms include cough, fever, shortness of breath. In rare cases, COVID-19 can lead to severe respiratory problem, kidney failure, or death. If you have a fever or any kind of respiratory difficulty, such as coughing and shortness of breath, call your doctor.
Hello to our excellent students. We are the teachers who will talk to you on the radio. We wish we could see you in person, but we know that you will listen carefully and do your best.
Thank you, Teacher Krubo. That was so great. Now, students, it is time for our lesson. Today, we have another reading lesson together. We are feeling great because we know we will do lots of fun activity today. How are you feeling out there, students? Wow. Now, remember, the last time we practiced the sentence, Dad sings a song as he circles home. We practiced blending sounds to read and write words like mud, pig, sit, plump, and will. We use our words to read the sentence. The plump pig will sit in the mud and grunt. Lastly, we read and discussed the passage of fish and the gift. I also want to tell your families at home about the great work you did in your assignment. Hello, families. Please ask your child about their assignment. And the assignment was to draw a picture about the story we read and add words to the picture. I'm sure they did a marvelous job. Thank you so much. Now, students, here are our 6 fun activities for the day. Number 1, we will do an activity called Sentence Warm Up. Number 2, we will do an activity called Set Words. Number 3, we will do an activity called Brilliant Blending. Number 4, we will do an activity called Write and Read. Number 5, we will do an activity called Listen and Write. Lastly, number 6, we will do an activity called Read Aloud. Let's have a great class together. We will now join Teacher Kubo for our first activity, Sentence Warm Up.
Thank you, Teacher Aaron. It's time for our sentence warm-up. Today, our practice sentence is the shark twists and thrashes in the waves. You will listen while I say the sentence 2 times. Then, I will tell you when it is time for us to read a sentence together. Ready? Listen first. The shark twists and stretches in the waves. The shark twists and stretches in the waves. Okay, when I say your turn, then we can all say it together. Ready? Your turn. The shark twists and stretches in the waves. One more time.
The shark twists and stretches in the waves.
Great. When I hear the sentence, the shark twists and stretches in the waves, I think about how scared the shark must be stuck in the net. Twists and stretches means the shark is moving its body, trying to escape. I wonder if the fishermen who have caught the shark are scared. What sounds must the shark be making? I want you to think about how you would do a drama for the sentence, the shark twists and stretches in the waves. Will you pretend to twist and move like the shark? Will you shake up and down? I will give you 5 seconds to think about how you will do a drama to show the sentence, the shark twists and stretches in the waves. Great job. I hope you have your drama idea ready. Now, I will say the sentence and you will do your drama. Ready? Your turn. The shark twists and stretches in the waves. Wow. The students here with me did a wonderful drama. I wish I could see your beautiful drama at home too. I am sure you did a great job. Now, I have some questions for you. When I ask the question, if the answer is yes, stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. First question. Would a shark trash in a net? Next question. Would a monkey trash in a cage? Next question. Would a snake trash in a box? The last question. Would a chicken trash in a cage? Wonderful job answering those questions. Now, let's say the word trashes. I wonder if you can tell me how many syllables in the word trashes. You will listen while I clap the syllables in the word. Then, I will tell you when it is time for you to try. Ready? Listen first. Trashes. Trashes. Your turn.
Trashes.
Again.
Trashes.
Great. How many syllables in trashes? Yes, there are 2 syllables. Trashes is one word with 2 syllables. Is trash a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Remember, a verb is an action word. Trash is a verb. Trash means moving in a loud and noisy way. In the sentence, we say trashes. We add the sound S to trash because the subject of the sentence is a shark. A third person singular. Listen. Trash. Trashes. Here's an example. 3 sharks trash. 1 shark trashes. Thank you, students. Now it is time for sight words. Sight words are words that we use a lot, so we want to be able to read them quickly when we see them. In your notebook, I want you to have a special place where you write your sight words. Every day, you will put your sight words in the same place. On sight words page 1, you will write the numbers 17 and 18 with a space next to each number for a word. Go ahead and write 17 and 18. Great. Now, you will write the sight words I tell you next to the numbers. Number 17, write the word buy. This word has 2 letters and it is spelled B-Y. Number 18, write the word with. This word has 4 letters and it is spelled W-I-T-H. Let's also review numbers from before. Last time, we had 2 other sight words. They were, number 15 is the word for. This word has 3 letters and it is spelled F-O-R. Number 16 is the word R. This word has 3 letters and it is spelled A-R-E. Fantastic. Now we will play a sight words game. I will say a word and you will point to the word in your notebook and we will say how to spell it. It could be sight words that you wrote before. Ready? 8. Point to the word 8 in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. 8. Buy. Point to the word buy in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. Buy. With. Point to the word with in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. With. For. Point to the word for in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. For. I. Point to the word are in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. Are. He. Point to the word he in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. He. Was. Point to the word was in your notebook. Look at the word and read it. Was. Great job with our sight words today. Remember, save those 4 pages in your notebook for your collections of sight words. We will add more sight words in our next session. You are listening to the Ministry of Education COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. This is your lower basic level 2 grade 3 to 4 language arts reading, and we are your teachers. We will now move to Teacher Aaron for our next activity.
Wow. Great job, Teacher Kubo, with our sight words. Now, students, it is time for brilliant blending. Are you ready? Great. Our first word is fish. Listen. Fish. Fish. Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn. Fish. Again. Fish. Great job. Our second word is cell. Listen. Cell. Cell. Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn. Your turn. Cell. Again. Cell. Great job. Our third word is crab. Listen. Crab. Crab. Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn. Crab. Again. Crab. Great job. Our fourth word is will. Listen. Will. Will. Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn.
Will.
Again.
Will.
Great job. Our fifth word is shrimp. Listen. Shrimp. Again. Shrimp. Now you can try this with me. Ready? Your turn.
Shrimp.
Again. Shrimp. Excellent work. Let's look at our next activity. Write and read. I'm going to spell a word for you to write. Then we will read the words together. Number 1. Write the word spelled Fish. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Great job. Listen when I sound out the word. Fish. Fish. The letter F makes the sound. I makes the sound A. And S and H together makes the sound sh. Now your turn. Fish. Again. Fish. Great job. Number 2. Write the word spelled C-R-A-B. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Great job. Listen while I sound out the word. Crab. Crab. The letters C and R together make the sounds cr. A makes the sound R. And B makes the sound B. Your turn.
Crab.
Again. Crab. Great job. Number 3. I want you to write the word spelled S-H-R-I-M-P. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Great job. Listen while I sound out the word. Shrimp. Shrimp. The letters S, H, and R together make the sounds sh. I makes the sound A. And M and P together make the sounds mp. Your turn.
Shrimp.
Again.
Shrimp.
Great job. Let's move to our next activity called Listen and Write. Are you ready to listen and write? Great. Please take out your notebook and pencil and get ready to listen carefully. I want you to write the sentence. He will sell fish, shrimp, and crab. Again, he will sell fish, shrimp, and crab. Lastly, write the sentence. He will sell fish, shrimp, and crab. Good job. Now we are going to check and see if you wrote your words correctly. Number 1, he. He is a sight word, and it is spelled H-E. Number 2, will. Will has the sounds W, I, L, and it is spelled W-I-L-L. Number 3, sell. Sell has the sounds S, E, L, and it is spelled S-E-L-L. Number 4, fish. Fish has the sounds F, A, sh, and it is spelled F-I-S-H. Number 5, and. And has the sounds and it is spelled A-N-D. Number 6, crab. Crab has the sounds C-R-A-B, and it is spelled C-R-A-B. Number 7, shrimp. Shrimp has the sounds sh-a-mp, and it is spelled S-H-R-I-M-P. Now, look at the words and read them as I say the sentence again. He will sell fish, shrimp, and crab. Remember, this is a statement, so the first letter of the first word should be capitalized, and there should be a period at the end of the sentence. Now, what does this sentence, he will sell fish, shrimp, and crab, means? Fish, shrimp, and crab are all animals that live in the ocean. I think the person in this sentence is a fisherman. I think that he is going out in his boat. When he comes back, he will sell everything that he has caught that day. Okay, let's read the sentence together again.
He will sell fish, shrimp, and crab.
Again.
He will sell fish, shrimp, and crab.
Great job. Now, let's join Teacher Kubo for our read aloud.
Thank you, Teacher Aaron. Our last activity today is read aloud. We will read part 3 from a story called A Fish and a Gift. Part 3 is called Catching a Shark. This is an adaptation of a book written by Leslie Jobson and illustrated by Jesse Bertamba. Today, we will be making connections, which is when you find meaning in a story. First, you are going to make connections with other stories that you have read. Then, you are going to make connections with yourself. And finally, you are going to make connections with the word. Before we start to read a passage, let's use our brain to think about what happened in the passage last lesson. Yusuf spoke about some of the gifts that his dad brought back from his fishing trips. A beautiful shell, a green bottle, and he even helped sea turtles that were stuck in a storm. Yusuf's dad also sung his song while he was fishing. Drop and swish. Found a fish. pulled and plop, turn to stop. Today's passage is about catching a shark. Today, you are going to find meaning in the story by thinking about other stories, yourself, and the word. Think to yourself about those questions, and when we have finished reading the passage, we will talk about our ideas and what we make connections with. Before we listen to the passage, let's make sure we get our body ready to listen. Make sure your body is calm. Your ears are listening. Your lips are closed and your brain is thinking. Great. Part 3, catching a shark. Yusuf is waiting at the beach for his dad. The shark siren sounds. Swimmers ran back to the sand and grabbed their towels. Surfers rushed to the shore, carrying their surfboards under their arms. Yusuf's dad, uncle, and cousin have and pulled. A little shark has been caught. It twists and stretches in the waves. Yusuf's dad untangles the net, sinking to the shark, trap and strips, found a fish, pull and plop, turn to stop. When the shark at last is free, it jumps back into the wave. The men pull the boat in and collect all the nets. A hard white triangle catches Dad's finger. Birds circle the scar. What did you bring back for Yusuf? As the sun goes down, Dad answers the birds and says, a lucky shark's tooth from a boy. At home, Yusuf holds his gift up to the stars. Wow! What did you think about this passage of the story? Based on what we just heard, let's check our ideas for making connections questions we had at the beginning. Can you remember what making connections means?
Making connection is when we find meaning in the story by thinking about other stories, yourself and the word. The first question was, does this story remind you of another story? Have you read a story about a shark before, or another type of animal that gets caught in a net and needs to be freed? Have you read a story about fishing or being on a boat? Have you read a story that has gift or present in it? Let me have a think. You know, this story reminds me of another story I read about two friends. One friend gives the other friend a beautiful flower as a gift.
Wow. So, has something like this ever happened to you before?
Let me use my brain again to try to remember. Does your dad, uncle, or cousin go out fishing so your family can eat? Have you been fishing with someone in your family for fun or to catch food? Have you been given a gift, or have you given a gift to someone special to you? Is this story similar to something that is happening in the Word?
Have you been to the beach before and seen people fishing on the shore or in a boat? Lots of people around the world use boats and fishing tools to catch fish so people and their families can have food to eat. Have you been to the market and seen people selling fish so they can make money to provide for their families? Have you seen photos or paintings of people fishing or sharks? Great job! Today, we use our brains to make connections with other stories we have read, ourselves, and the Word. Now, I have an assignment for you, students. First, I want you to draw a picture of a story that you thought of when you listen to this passage. Second, I want you to draw something you do that is similar to the passage. Third, I want you to draw something in the Word that is similar to the passage we just read. One more time. I want you to draw a picture of a story that you thought of when you listen to this passage. Second, I want you to draw something you do that is similar to the passage. Third, I want you to draw something in the Word that is similar to the passage we just read. Okay, students, let's recap what we learned today. We practiced the sentence, the shark twists and thrashes in the waves. We practiced blending sounds to read and write the words like fish, shell, crab, whale, and shrimp. We use our words to read the sentence, he will sell fish, shrimp, and crab. Lastly, we read and discussed the passage of faith and a gift. Boys and girls, that is the end of our class today. We are so happy you are here with us today. We hope to talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Teacher Krubo. That was so great. Now, students, I want you to please take your pen and notebook and write down the following radio stations. You can also listen to more of these lessons. Are you ready? Number 1, Truth FM 96.1. Number 2, ELBC 99.9. Number 3, ELUM 98.7. Hot FM 107.9. Cool FM 91.9. Echoes Radio 91.5. Kings FM 88.5. Freedom FM 87.9. OK FM 99.5. And City FM 90.2. You can also follow us on community radio stations across the country. Also, on the Ministry of Education Facebook page at Ministry of Education Liberia, or on the Ministry of Education website www.moe-liberia.org. Students, if you have any questions about today's lesson, I want you to kindly send them by SMS through this number 0555 6708 833. Again, if you have any questions about today's lesson, kindly send them by SMS through this number 0555670833.
Okay, boys and girls, that is the end of our class today. We are so happy you were here with us. You were excellent. We hope to talk to you again soon. This has been a Rising in Youth Movement Partnership lesson, part of the Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. Goodbye from me, J. Kubo D.K. Solomon.
And goodbye from me, Mr. Aaron T. Bala.